miscreant from Kratos scratched
Well,
my
hello,
chassis.
darling. A pleasure to meet another guest of our fine establishment. I am Orlando, your host and management liaison. If you'll pardon me for just one moment, that will be all. Please give my regards to Ms. Rucker. If you are here for leisure, I regret to inform you that our regular resort activities are temporarily unavailable. However, if you are here for the refuge and the fine work of the lovely responders, I am delighted to welcome you on their behalf. Ah, perhaps you have not heard. The White Spring is now home to the refuge, a place of safety and care for all in need. The refuge is being run by the responders, individuals committed to the well-being of their fellows. They founded the refuge in response to new waves of refugees coming to Appalachia, people in great need of help. Food, medical care, clothing, a place to sleep. All of these are available for those who need them. What a wonderful thing for you to ask, darling. I knew there was something special about you from the moment I saw you. As it happens, the responders are looking for volunteers to assist them in a particular outreach effort. Those industrious wonders have repaired a vertibird to full working order and are using it to make contact with more distant settlements. They've made allies with people in Pittsburgh. The locals call it the Pit now, who seem to be in dire need of outside assistance. If you don't mind me saying so, you look like you can handle yourself. You might be just who they're looking for. Well, they'll be better able to explain the details, but I believe they're looking for fighters, actually. Their contacts in the pit are in something of a desperate situation, it seems, against a dangerous enemy. I hate the thought of you putting yourself in such danger, but it does appear to be for a good cause. Oh, you're terribly brave, aren't you, dear? Imagine if we all had such courage. Now, darling, before anybody bundles you off, the first thing you should do is introduce yourself to some of the responders. I just so happen to know a few in need of more local assistance, and helping them will earn you the other thing you'll need. That other thing, of course, being the ultrasight battery cells, which fuel the vertibird. Ultracells, if you prefer. Why, from me, of course. Rather, from the management via me, that is. When management heard the responders were restoring the vertibird, they wished to help. They provided the ultracells, and I suggested them to the responders as an alternative means of fueling the vertibird. Per management instructions, I distribute a quantity to certain individuals regularly. Management feels this encourages collective decision-making rather than stockpiling. I'm sure they'd be willing to part with them in exchange for your aid. Our lovely Ms. Rucker is the closest thing to a leader the refuge has, though I believe she's less than comfortable with the title. You can find her in their headquarters, beyond the dining area. The darling chef, Miss Rousseau, needs some assistance in the kitchen, I hear. And Ms. Wagner, over in the common area, is looking for donations. I'm sure your generosity will be well rewarded. Wonderful, my dear. I'm certain you will be a tremendous help to them and the refuge. When you are finished with each of them, I recommend you speak with Mr. Skippy Rorich, the pit union representative. I imagine he'll want to discuss the situation in the pit with you before you embark. Do feel free to visit me at your leisure if you wish to chat. I have an office in the management wing. You can't miss it. My dear, it warms my heart to know that you... Me, dear? Would you really want to dispel all the mystery? What is it you wish to know?
It's been sunny all week. I love it here.
It's nice to see people around in the Responders uniform again.
That Skippy guy's a little crazy, but I can't help but
I
laugh.
suppose a nice refuge like this is worth more hungry mouths.
Do I have an admirer? That being said, there is little to tell, really. I am the White Spring Management's liaison to the Responders' Refuge. It's a role I quite enjoy. It pleases me when I can be of service to others.
White Spring.
I don't mean to be coy, dear. My work is my life, as they say. It feels... Besides, don't you find a bit of mystery if I remain in an...
They join to make a difference.
I can't imagine there's anything... Oh, here and there, darling. I've been to lots of places before the management. If you want to imagine a thrilling and
Ostentatious.
Can't wait for my tell-all autobiography. How about just a little dark secret of mine to tide you over? Disappointing, isn't it, dear? Working after a fashion in their... It had it, but to be... Promise me... Not... I'm afraid you may wish to ask the lovely Rucker those questions, darling.
Look at the ailments on these.
A wonderful idea, of course. And as I believe... Actually, no, they didn't. Management has once aware the response... I am... There is... My dear, nothing would bring... However, my employer... Suffice it to say...
Wow, they've
I am...
set up here.
I'll be delighted. Oh, a bit of this, a bit of that. I go where they need me to go, and think of me as a concierge, my dear. I'm here to improve your experience in whatever way. My role as liaison is to facilitate the needs of the responders and our guests, and speak for the interests of management. That sounds terribly formal, I know, but I oversee food, medicine, materials. Management has considerable resources, which they are happy. Now, darling, you, a less trusting soul might think you were pumping me. Of course, I know that's not why you ask, but you
A nice
understand.
refuge like this
Let's
is
just
worth
say,
more hungry mouths.
of course. Certainly. What do you? But however, if you prefer a charming... I believe However, you may wish to head downstairs to the merchant concourse and visit Marie.
Do some good trading with the White Spring.
Regret, and the refuge clinic is reserved for the poor indigent. If your need, Doc Stanley has a... Not...